Alright, well, I'm gonna jump in here and narrate a little video. This is CBR number 1, the Dominguez Hillside, right-hand turns. I believe we're going into 3 laps to go here. There was a 3-man breakaway that rolled off, I want to say like 30 minutes in. It had 2 Pats, Patrick Fetzer and Pat Boss, and Randall Coxworth from Monster. It's 3 really strong guys that, to be honest, I have no idea why we let them go, because they're one of the 3 of the strongest guys in the field. They definitely rode away from us. I had just been in a break when they attacked, so I didn't have the legs to go with them. But our team definitely dropped the ball and missed the break. So now we're in the back foot. We did chase for quite a few laps, and there wasn't enough help. So at this point, we're resigned to racing for 4th place, and we're coming into 2 laps to go here. There's my teammate Bart. There's Jerome Nadel, one of our NorCal teammates, came down to race with us. Scott Cochran was also up there. Mike Penta, some of my other teammates, Andrew Knuckles. I was hoping we would kind of find each other on the bell lap and just light it up, but that didn't happen, so we just kind of have to react accordingly. Yeah, there's Scott Cochran. He's our new teammate this year. He did a really good job. He rode really strong today. So it's 2 laps to go. As you can see by the description on the top right, it's a rectangle course. This is turn 1, and it's kind of a downhill fast run into a right-hander. This, in the second race that I did, the 40 plus, right here on Bell Lap is where I crashed. There's a touch of wheels, and a guy swept across my front wheel and took me down. Really wasn't anything I could do. Got a lot of road rash, pretty munched up right now, but mostly superficial. So I should heal up and be back in action pretty soon. But in this race, there was no crashes in this race that I know of, so this was actually a pretty safe race. So I'm just kind of standing behind Scott. He knows that I'm behind him. His job, he had told me he was gonna get us up to the front and try to do as much of a lead out as he could for whatever legs he had. He's just getting back into training. And then this is turn 3. Between turns 3 and 4 is kind of a little bit of an uphill kicker. It's like 2%. And we make a right-hand turn and then have a false flat up to the finish line. So going into Bell Lap, I'm gonna stay near Scott, and I think Bart and I talked. Bart was gonna jump early and sprint all the way through that last turn, and then I was gonna jump off of his wheel. So I kind of had a different plan in my mind, because it just is kind of a on-the-fly decision that I make as we're sprinting. I'll explain as we're doing it, but I had sprinted for one of the early points preems, so there was a guy just sitting on the side of the road right there. I don't know if you saw him, but he was just sitting in the middle of the field. I don't know what the heck that dude was doing, but that could have caused a nasty crash. We barely missed him. So we're screaming down this hill right here, and then it's 2 turns to go to the finish. I had sprinted, like I said, I had sprinted for one of the points preems earlier and got a 2nd place points preem, so I have 3 points already banked. And so if it was going to come down to Bart and I thought if he took the points and then I got the 5th place points, then we would both be way up there in the bar point standings, which ends up happening because I end up with 24 points, which tied me for second place, and then I think Bart has 23 points. So we're both in the top three. Okay, so there goes Bart, and I immediately latch on to him. He looks back and sees me, so I thought, cool. So I think he had planned to just lead me out and let me take it, but I decided to let him take it. So we just kind of sprint side by side. We had a pretty good gap between us and the sixth place rider. So we just kind of both just eased up across the line here. So Bart gets fourth and I get fifth. And yeah, that was a good day. It's too bad we let the break get away. It would have been fun to sprint for a win. But, you know, that's the way the ball bounces sometimes.